which tracks your velocity over time. And it also has a ball bounce feature where you drop a ball and it measures the distance that the ball is dropping. What we're going to do is called the distance match, where it shows you a distance curve and then you try to match it with your body. So what you do is, I think all the programs are up. If they're not, all you have to do is unplug this cord and plug it back in, and it should open the software automatically. Check that these are good. And you guys are going to need a partner. So partner up with somebody who does it. So, cool. Okay. You get your own. Okay, so now what you're going to do is hit setup, which is under the window button. And then you're going to select number 3, which is distance match. Obviously you can see on there all the different menus, which is the velocity, there's a regular distance function, as well as the ball bounce like I mentioned earlier. So once you hit enter on your screen, it should say mode distance match, so it means you're in the correct mode. And you're going to go ahead and click start. Now it should come up with like a data deletion menu. If it does, that's okay. That just means that your previous run won't be in there. So you click OK, because it doesn't matter. And then now it gives you the instructions, which say graph match, and it just says try to match the graph on the next screen. So you select next, and now you'll see your graph. So I'm going to show you mine. It's a little interesting. So this is mine.
Mine's pretty
easy. And now you want to study it because, oh, you got the easy one, nice. So on the y-axis are the different distances, and up here on the floor we have the different markings, 1 meter, 2 meter, and 3 meters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you kind of how to do it. So look at your graph. Mine's starting at, I think it's at like 3 meters. So I'm going to go back here. You're going to point your sensor at the wall, and then when you're ready, you hit start, and then you try to match it. So I'm like tracing, attempting to trace. Cool. And then when it's done, it'll stop clicking. So here's my graph. This is how I did. Okay. All right. And then, as you can see, there's 3 options. There's retry, new, and the main menu. So if you, one person will do it, and then you can either click retry to try the same graph, or press new. So whoever has the calculator now, if you want to come over here, start lining up. All right. So just whenever you're ready, click start, and go ahead and tie your, wait, 1 meter, okay.
No, you started off.
Yep. And just hit start and it'll start cooking.
This is so
not looking too good. I don't know.
And then when you're done, switch, please.
Yeah, now I'm going to bring up the mess up.
What?
Do you want to try it?
No, you got me done too. No.
I don't know how to do this.
Okay. Either way. Let's see. You do some coffee.
And when you're done, leave your graph up. So now you leave yours up.
What'd you do?
Awesome. Okay, so you guys want to gather around again? Okay, so now what we're going to do is, now that you have a graph on your screen, you're going to hit the main button. It's going to close it, but don't worry, okay? So hit the main button. Now it takes you back to the home screen. And now you can hit graph, which is the trace button. And that will show you your graph.
I hit me, nothing.
You did it? That's okay. So I'll show you mine. So now I went to the graph and I pulled up my graph, but it doesn't have the distance on it. The original, it just has my version. So then that's where you can hit the analyze button. And if you hit analyze, you can see the different quadratic and linear fits. Also, there's the stats option where you can find the max and the min of your distance or velocity. And you can use this, that obviously the stats align a lot with the statistical standards. This also aligns with the practice standards because we're obviously using a tool in the classroom effectively. Another really important thing is the attention to precision. This is because if you're on the distance graph immediately, that would be precise. If you're finding the same shape but you're maybe a little off, you're like a meter off, that'd be more accurate because you're getting the shape right. But if you're on the line, then that would be precision. Are there any questions about this? No? Okay. You guys did a really great job. If you just want, you can just unplug the cord from there and close your the CBR.
Sorry.
CBR, and then just push second off. Turn it
What's this? Meters, that's.
on. Close that. If
I
you
just managed to
just turn it off. No, it does that.
really
There,
bad.
yeah. Okay, awesome.
I was
Go back.
sleeping on
Just follow it.
When you guys get in, you can put these on the front table.
what? Why didn't you sleep?
Thank you.
You're about 16 and a half, right?
Another piece of technology that again uses the same easy data stuff that we've been talking about is a pH probe, and it works really similar to the temperature probe. We don't have one here, but we in the booklets we've read about them, and it's a probe. It just reads the pH. Do you have anything?
The one thing that we were talking about before class is like how this has a calculator on the screen. We don't know if there would be like a way to show this calculator on the screen if you didn't want to do it in a whole classroom activity. One thing I mentioned in one group, but I forgot to mention in another group, is that there's another way to perform this. Instead of the student holding it, you can set it on the table and then just move from it. That way it's a little safer if you're worried about your students breaking these. Are there any other questions for how you can use this? Did you guys have fun?
A helpful hint if you do ever use this is they're really finicky and you can have a lot of technology problems. They need batteries, the CBRs do. We were here in prison for like an hour and a half before we could even start using them because the program wouldn't read. So if you ever do use them, make sure you do play with it a little bit because they're kind of sensitive and finicky to get set up. But other than that,
Thank you guys. Thanks.